And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time. Let's get ragey against some machines and stuff. Power 50 pedal show. My name is Gabor.
Wow, seamless. Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. This is the MXR Power 50 pedal.
Yes.
It's a distortion-y thing. Hey, please hit like and subscribe on the channel first. Give us a thumbs up, ding the notification bell, and comments, questions below.
Yes, please.
Help us do a thing.
That would be totally dandy.
Do you want to know about the setup? Should we tell them that?
Let's do setup first.
It's a bit going on today because of the design of the pedal. So the pedal itself is going through Mozztronics Amp Switcher into our clean amp, which is a Cherrytone OTS Mini 20, set clean, Fender style thing. And a 2-nose Torpedo Captor X doing our stereo IR cab sim.
Yes.
There's also a bit of line 6 rack if we want some crazy just stuff.
Post stuff.
Just fast stuff.
Yes.
Modulation, delays. However,
yes.
there's more.
There's more. Is there more, Alex?
More cable and steak knives. Thanks, Tim Shaw. So this pedal, before we get into the actual drive sounds, also has an effects loop. And we've got more stuff going into the effects loop, as you can see probably from the photo back now.
Yes, so this is my pedal board that I just brought along because I thought it's a Tom Morello pedal. He uses wah and whammy in the effects loop of his amp. So actually there is, and you should go and check it out. I'm going to link to it here. So MXR made a really good video of this pedal with Tom Morello himself.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it.
Where they have the setup, and he has because he has multiples of his pedal board, the same pedal board, and he has one pedal board plugged into his normal. I think it's a 2205 JCM 800, the one he always used, the one amp that he uses for everything all the time. Through the PV cabinet, he always uses for everything all the time. So it's the setup he always has, and he has that his normal setup, and then he has a second pedal board that looks exactly like his, running through the effects of this, and then that goes into a Fender, I think it's a Hot Rod DeVille 4x10, a Mesa Boogie 2x12 combo, and a Vox AC30. And he plugs it all in, and then at the end he even uses his son's little Fender solid state amp.
Right. Okay.
And he plugs it all into that and plays and goes, well, it sounds just like my amp, you know, to kind of get to show how similar you can get the sounds to be.
Yeah.
So what we did is we put my pedal board here for some wah and whammy pedal action. And I should also mention this was supplied to us by Jim Dunlop, MXR Australia. So a big thank you to Jim Dunlop, MXR Australia for supplying this.
Thanks, Jim. Good on you, Jim.
Yes. So I kind of touched on that before. This pedal is basically the Tom Morello signature pedal based on his 50 watts Marshall JCM 800. I think it's 2205 is the model number that he used for everything. Audioslave, Rage Against the Machine, all his solo stuff. I think he said 31 studio albums he's recorded.
Sure.
That has been on every recording. When he first started, he found the sound he liked, and he marked all the settings, and the settings all everything remained the same. Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So now this has even got the same controls on it. So it's got volume, bass, mids, treble, gain, and presence. The same knobs that you would find on the Marshall. He always uses channel 2, the driven channel, and I think he rolls volumes back and stuff to clean things up, but he pretty much only uses the dirty channel on it. Yeah, and so the effects loop, because he runs all his pedals, wah, whammy, the EQ things, the flanger, all that stuff that he has, he runs it all through the effects loop. Because he says that in a video as well, he used to always run everything through the front. But then he saw it says effects loop, and he goes, okay. So he plugged it into his effects loop. So he runs everything, even a wah, which makes for an interesting sound.
All right. So this is basically Marshall Overdrive sounds.
Yep.
Gets into distortion.
Yeah.
Just start there. See what the pedal does on its own before
everything at 12 o'clock.
Stick more cables in.
Yeah, we won't do that thing at the moment. We'll just do just the pedal. So we'll start off on the T-style, which is kind of what Tom Morello is known for, mostly on the neck pickup that he uses it for. But this is a clean sound.
super high gain.
No. I mean, we're only half hour, but like, okay, let's crank it.
Yeah,
but I mean, JCM 800 is not necessarily super high gain amp, and if you listen to the Rage Against the Machine stuff, it's not super high gain.
Yeah.
He does boost. He has a DoD EQ with everything up, and he uses it to boost it. But it's not a super high gain amp.
No, that's what I was going to say. The thing like Marshall sounds, people often associate them with stupid high gain. But the thing like AC/DC, that's all like edge of breakup stuff.
Yeah.
Just aggressively played. It's hard hitting drums.
And I mean, a lot of the guys in the 80s and stuff, they modded a lot of those amps to get more gain out of it. So
and hit them with overdrive pedals too.
Yeah.
What if you did the Marshall thing and dime
everything? Yeah, dime everything. Okay, sure.
Even presents, maybe. We'll see how we go. Presents. Looks to me like his settings are, because there's a picture of it. I was just trying to find it. Is there a better picture of it? That's the rock and roll sound there.
That is a pretty rock and roll sound.
Whether it's his rock and roll sound or not, that's the thing.
I'm just trying to find if there's a picture that I can see where all the settings are on there properly, that you can see him properly.
Sure.
It looks very much like.
While you're doing that, check out the Sire with some humbuckers.
Okay. It looks like it's almost that. I think it just has treble and mids up about there. Sounds good.
Rock and rollin'.
It sounds good. Should we try with a very Tom Morello Jazzmaster? Can you...
For funs?
So that's a PartsMasterCaster Blaster, Mastercaster Blaster Caster. There's a video for it here, and clean. It sounds like this. Okay, I've got to do this now. So that's in the effects loop, right? So the Y is in the effects loop. I've got a Y down here, and let's do an F sharp. It's got that cackle, cackle, cackle. That.
It's really accentuated.
It's super eccentric. It's a bit noisy, this guitar, but that is that kind of sound. And then having it on the treble end. But I mean, that's it does sound like that. It has that kind of.
Sick.
I like it.
And of course, because it's a pedal, you can do whatever the hell you want with it. You can put, say, stuff after as well.
Well, of course you could. So if you want some delay after it instead of in front of it, well, in the effects loop.
Yeah. Should have going. And you can say, we've got a fun fuzz. Let's try that. See what happens.
Or you can have some tremolo in the effects loop. So the tremolo is now in the loop of that, but the delay is after.
Yeah. So get. Then if you could do some wah for me, because I can't reach over there.
Do some wah for you? Okay, I'll do some wah.
And tremolo.
And tremolo, okay.
Just because we gave it silly. So you can, just stack whatever you want anywhere.
Let's actually try. I mean, let's turn all it off. I mean, we don't have to necessarily be exactly like Tom Morello. So I have another Marshall flavored Overdrive in the loop.
Oh, double Marshall.
Let's find a sort of cleanish sort of sound.
Sure.
And then see what that sounds like if I bring in the other Marshall style pedal.
Makes sense.
Oh,
got some wild.
turn them off.
Changes the mid-range.
It changes the sound very, very much. Okay, what about a fuzz? This is the Jaffa Fuzz by Tone Cloud video here. So that was two delays. There was one in the loop and one after.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Maybe the fuzz works better than a distortion in the loop. It still went like crazy.
Let me
wall of sound thing, but you got some more clarity.
Let me have another go.
Sure.
With my Fano Omnis MG6, some lovely P90s, which can you? Yeah, which clean sounds like this.
Powered 50.
That I also had the freak out on some feedback there. Lots of things on. It's interesting. I mean, the pedals definitely react very differently in the loop than they do afterwards. So it just means you have a bigger palette.
Like, as it stands, it's good sounding distortion pedal.
Yeah, on its own.
However, these two little holes in the back just open up a whole other world of sonic kind of.
Because I mean, the wah in there sounds bizarre. The fuzz in there sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It just makes things.
The tremolo got all almost synthy because of the distortion on it.
Well, and it has that's a harmonic tremolo.
Sure.
As well, so it has that kind of pulsating sound. But I mean, just as a straight with everything off, straight distortion pad sounds.
Especially when you do the special.
The special. Now just a clean boost, straight clean boost. Also reacts very differently to having a clean boost in front of it, hitting the front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting having that effect in a pedal.
Totally.
It's definitely a new, different sort of way of looking at doing stuff.
Because you're not just getting it's also like a concept to like let you go and make your own sound.
Yeah.
Even though like some signature gear is really niche, and it only kind of really works with that player and their player's style and their whatever their parts are.
Yeah.
But this is kind of more like a concept thing where you can go and build your own sounds as well.
Yeah.
As well as obviously doing the Tom Morello thing.
Definitely interesting. Yeah. Definitely quite a unique sort of pedal in having that effects loop in it.
What do you guys think? Comments below, please. Like obviously MXR been around forever and a bit of a staple, and everyone's had their gear over the years. So it's good to see still coming up with fun things. Yeah,
new interesting stuff, yeah. And like I said, watch that video. I put a link to it down below as well. It was interesting, him running it through the Marshall thing and then going to a Vox AC30, and it kind of sounded very similar.
Sure.
It did sound different into the little, like a Fender Frontman or whatever practice amp. But,
right.
It sounded alright actually, so yeah.
There you go. Comments below. Also links below to Instagram, Facebook group chat, and podcast. Check them out if you got a second. And thanks for hanging.
And big thank you to MXR Jim Dunlop Australia for sending this out to us.
Cheers, guys. See ya.